Tatuados desde el primer día que te conocí. Let's go.
Hey. All right, here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 24/7 Mindset. I am your co-host, Tabito, aka Jose Cruz, and today we are here with the one and only
Victor Galvan.
Victor Galvan. Hey guys, and today our topic is, you ready for this one? Excuses, man. Excuses, man. We're talking about excuses. Big time excuses. All right. Victor, how's everything today? Everything good?
Good. Beautiful day today. Ready to take over the world, man.
All right. Victor, I'm going to go ahead and start shooting off these questions to you, man.
Go ahead.
I know you don't like excuses, man, so this is going to be a good one. Here we go. Victor, why do people make excuses?
I really believe that in their lives they sold it too much, and always is an easy way for you not to push yourself, for you to say no and stuff like that. So I always say that I do like God. I don't put no excuses. If God did not put excuses, He would not be crucified, right?
Yeah.
So people just being people, man. When you that 1%, there's no option. There's no excuses in there. But I think it's an easy way for them to get out of a problem, opportunity, challenge, or something.
Yeah, some people just don't like challenging, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they make excuses. All right, Victor. Question number 2: how do you deal with people who make excuses?
Man, I can't stand them. It's me. My whole life is not around excuses. When people got these 4 excuses that doesn't support what the excuses here, and they talk and preach a different thing, and it doesn't line up, it's even worse for me. I want to prove him wrong, but I'm like, what the hell I'm doing in front of this person? I just get away. Okay, no, thank you. I just take off. I leave.
Yeah.
I get out of that room, or if not, I tell him, get the out of here, my office or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because it's hard. It's hard to deal with somebody that's always putting somebody in the line for them. And I give you a sample. There's a lot of people that will kill their family, family member, to give you an excuse.
Wow.
For them to do that. There are actually some soccer players out there that they say that around the birthday for the friend, that person fake an injury all the time so he can just get away to go and see this person.
Oh, wow.
Neymar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's excuses, man. People have excuses all over,
Yeah.
So I can't stand somebody that gives me excuses.
Well, business-wise, can excuses kill a company?
100%.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what kills companies. The excuse not to add a system, the excuse not to bring somebody that can run the company right, the excuse that, I get it later, when I grow, when I have money. That's just a bunch of excuses in the business that is going to hold and is going to lock that company to be a mediocre company, because at the end of the day, excuses is what's going to lock you there. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Process and systems and other stuff you don't got in place. But at the end of the day, why you don't have none of that? It's just excuses over time, excuses over life, excuses over of everything. Your people give you excuses because you give them excuses, right? So definitely it'll kill companies. 100%.
Yeah. What's the stupid excuse you ever heard? Go ahead, tell me.
One of my friends told me that he was fucking retired, and it's crazy. I'm like, are you retired at the age of 38? At the age of 38, and they go, oh yeah, I'm a retired person and all that stuff, and I'm like, wow, I could not believe it. I'm like, I couldn't sleep thinking. I'm like,
I couldn't sleep.
How this guy got the excuse? He comes from Massachusetts and coming to Florida, and I'm retired, and I see it, and I'm like, My job is to get this guy or retire. And I don't want to say his name, but I'm looking at him and his name is Tabito.
Next question.
Go ahead. So that's some of the things, but the going that was one, but the going this one is really stupid.
Go ahead.
There's people that killed the whole family.
What do you mean kill? Like physically kill them?
Like when you no. With
Get rid
excuses.
of- okay.
Yeah, they got rid of him. So I remember when this person asked for a day off, and we didn't give it to him. And then the next day, I'm like, "What happened? Who you killed this time?" Because he thought that, I was, I didn't came for a week because I was burying my wife, and then I was burying my cousin, I was burying my mom, and I'm like, "Who you killed this time?" I asked the guy, but that's four stupid excuses, man. It's crazy what people can come up with. It.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Just to miss something or not
Yeah.
deal with something, right?
Yeah, I also have excuses.
Yeah.
Try to figure out how to not get to the person that has the stupid excuses. You know what I'm saying? How can I make it waste more time over here so I can make it over there? Or if I know that he only have 15 minutes when I get there, so that's less I gotta hear. But anyway, so I don't deal with that no more. Automatically, it's out of my life. Automatically, I don't deal with those people. I don't talk to those people. I'm away from those people. Soon as I start seeing excuses, automatically I withdraw. Game over. I get out. And where I see this is not stupid excuses, but maybe you can add it there because sometimes they call me to be their mentor, right? For their business, and they just take it the easy way. They're not pushing. They're not following everything I tell them, and I feel like I'm like they don't fucking see that's their business. This is the time to blow it up. They got me next to them, so I can give them the right answers. I can whatever questions they have, whatever. So I feel like they look for excuses, and then when they fail, they're like, "Hey, I need your help." I'm like, "Too late."
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
You don't want to help somebody that can't help themselves. Right?
100%.
Yeah.
I will refuse to help somebody. I don't care if they pay me.
What can someone do to stop making excuses? How can you show somebody how to stop making? What do you say to somebody that makes so many excuses? Like, what is your go-to? Like, you
Successful people don't have excuses. Michael Jordan did not have excuses. Tom Brady did not have excuses. All these people that's crushing it, that are millionaires, that you wanted to be like them, that you identify like them, and they never had excuses. There's no excuses. The reason I'm not more successful is because somewhere, somehow, I got some excuses, guy. So when you stop giving excuses, that's when you start growing. And I imagine that aligns to the next question.
Well, my next question is, what's a good excuse?
Oh, no. So to go back to the other, so yeah, successful people don't got no excuses, man. We're all in, committed. We have a plan, and I gotta count myself on this one. We have a plan. We don't got no room for failure. There's no options in our lives. We only have one goal, and that goal is to crush it. And there's nothing else. We're not looking for somebody to do something in the process that is gonna hurt us for us to say, okay, I didn't finish it because this happened to me. That's fire for us, especially for me. That's fire. It gives me fire to just keep going, keep pushing, and take it to the next level. It's just that everything is planned. At the end of the day, if you don't have a plan, man, it's not gonna work. So there's zero excuses. So that's what you learn. Study people that you wanted to be like them, and I bet you the first thing that you're gonna see on their portfolio is like they wake up at 5 a.m. Some people at 6. The most successful, they wake up like at 6:45. Me, I wake up at 3-4 a.m. That's my time. I go to bed at 9:30, 9:40. But what I'm saying is that as soon as you start studying that, you're like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's an excuse. So you want to do the things they do. You want to have the things they have. You want to act like they act. They don't got no excuses. Study them and then take it from there.
What type of excuse bothers you the most?
That, you know, like,
Is it
the
the
one
easy,
that kills
simple
me.
ones? You got it.
No, the one that kill me, like when I know that they can do more.
Yeah.
And they got so much potential. They lock themselves on this freaking little box, on this glass of water, and they just lock and lock and lock and it's just excuses. That's one of them. And the other one is like when the team knows what's right and they go the opposite just because they want to do it, and then they come back failing, and they're like, when you come and ask them, they're like, you know, because of this, they give you poor excuses, man. I want to shoot him right there, man. I can't stand all that, you know.
I want to shoot them.
Shoot him, Manolo, shoot him.
All right, here we go, Victor. Check this one out, all right? What happens when you finally stop making excuses, Victor? What can happen?
That is when life kicks in. That's when everything comes your way. I always tell people, if you take these words out of your vocabulary, you automatically grow like 2 to 3 million. If you take maybe out, you don't say it no more. But let me see, I don't know, I can't promise you that. When they take those words out, automatically they grow in their mind within the next 5 to 10 years, 3 million to 5, because what's going to do is going to open their eyes. They don't got time. They don't got no excuses no more. So that's an excuse right there, a big excuse. So that is going to take you to the next level. It's going to force you to do a decision that's going to hurt you, or a decision that's going to take you. So you got 50-50. And then if it's going to hurt you, you will try to make sense of that, and you will make it work. So it's going to force you to either go back to read a book, to read videos, to understand people, to align with different people that don't got time for BS, that they're a yes or no, black or white.
Yeah.
That's it. So at the end of the day, it'll make you.
Yeah.
It'll take you to the next level, automatically separate you. I always tell people, you know, that if they can change something in their mind, just twist it one hair. You know, there's a billion things, a billion items, or trillions of items around our lives that we connect every day, that we touch, we say, whatever, the way we look, whatever, you mention it. And if you're a guy that only drinks this type of beer, with your friends, they know you for that brand. Soon as you come the next day, through your friends with a different brand, they're like, hey bro, what happened? Are you okay? You got a fever? They're gonna touch you. Are you okay? That automatically got them talking. Imagine you not saying, let me see, I don't know, I can't promise you, maybe, but take all that shit out, game over.
Yeah, it can change your life, right?
100%. I took that out. If you notice, I don't put but in my vocabulary only when I want to take credit or something that I say wrong. I didn't say it wrong, but I added a little bit of more sauce, right? So I want to take a little bit of the value. I like, but I put but only to take a little bit. It doesn't, my words, it doesn't take all the credibility. So when somebody will come and tell me, Victor, you say you don't use words? Yep, I only say but on that one to take a little bit of credibility because I think I added too much. That it wasn't exactly that way, right? But at the end of the day, man, that those words, those don't exist on me.
Do excuses make it harder for you to work with a business partner?
Yeah.
Of course, right?
100%. So there's no way you're gonna make it in business as partners if you guys got excuses.
Yeah. How do you teach somebody not to make excuses?
Just take those 6 words out.
Just use the words things?
Yeah, just take those out.
If you catch yourself, say, well...
Yeah, somebody's gonna ask you something. You have excuses?
Yeah.
Guess what? You're gonna bring your excuses. I can't do it, I got my kids, I got newborn, or whatever. You either you put your family involved on all that, and if they know, they're like, what the fuck, what kind of dad we have? See what I'm saying? You're actually not representing your family, right? Because a lot of people put their kids in front of them, but they also want to be successful. But So take those 6 words out, but maybe, let me see.
Yeah, we're going to write that down with those 6 words.
Yeah, take them out.
Yeah.
Take them out, and there's no excuses in a marriage, in a business, in a friendship, in a partnership, whatever you name it.
Yeah. When did you start taking excuses out? How old were you? How long ago?
Really took them all out about 4 years ago.
4 years?
But see, I took credibility because
you said about,
because it was 3.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? My mind already, because that's when I started changing.
Yeah. But you're catching yourself though. So
Before, I feel like if I say, let me see, like I was failing. So it was inside me. I still say those words, maybe, but I wasn't feeling right. So I identified that those was hurting me, and that's why I took them out. Nobody told me that those words are no good. I didn't learn from a book or from nobody. I had to take them out from myself. And then when I went into this role where those words exist, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, some people take them out too. That's why they're successful, but you're not gonna hear them on the environment I used to be.
Yeah.
You don't hear those words. You don't hear that they took those words out. You hear those words everywhere. That maybe everything is a maybe.
Yeah.
But now when you come to this level, those words are not allowed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So excuses got taken out 3 years ago. How long did it take for you to actually start recognizing the difference that you were making in yourself, I should say?
When I got into a lot of trouble, when I was saying things and I hold people accountable, same as people was asking me for direction, same as I was asking, giving an answer, okay, I'm gonna be done by this day.
Yeah.
But are you gonna be done by this day?
Yeah.
Are you ready for me? Yeah, I noticed that they start working when I start committing.
See, so the excuse thing I'm starting to see. You know who that would kind of help? A lot of people who are having drug problems.
Yeah.
Because they make an excuse for themselves to, why I did the drug. I did it because I was sad. I started drinking today because my dad died or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's not a good excuse. You know, that's not. There's no such thing as a good excuse, but that's not an excuse to start drinking your life away because of that. If anything, you think your dad wanted to see you drink your life away now because he died? No, that's not a good excuse. But hey, that's good. So people who are listening, I'm just saying.
Talking about drugs, man.
Yeah,
I remember when I was 17 and this gentleman offered me drugs and he was offering me all the time since I was 15, 16, cocaine. And this day, this girlfriend left me. And it's happened that I saw the gentleman, I don't want to put his name.
Yeah.
So I saw him and he's like, hey man, you want a putazo, like a periquito? And I'm like, yeah. And because my girlfriend just left me and I did, okay, and man, I got addicted to that. For 6 months, man, I was doing it. And then it didn't happen until I bought from this place, and it was like all pills and stuff mixed, and I almost died, man. I was puking, and I prayed to God that, please God, if I come out of this one, I will never do it again. And I remember I went to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I'm doing drugs, I want to do them. And like, I don't want no drug addicts in my house. You got to get out of here. Yeah. So I'm kind of fixing my stuff, you know. I'm kind of fixing my stuff because I didn't know how to quit. I was 17, right? So I wanted to quit, but I didn't know how. So I'm like, I start grabbing my luggage. My dad came in, so I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, my mom just told me to leave, that she doesn't want no drug addicts. And she's like, what you mean? I'm like, yeah, you know, I do drugs and I really want to quit them, but I don't know how. And I remember my dad came to me and say, look, son, stay right here. Let me go and talk to your mom. I'll be back. So I stay right in the bed. We live in this mobile home, 85 Sander Key Drive, the trailer. And he came back, and I will never, that right there, I will never have excuses with what he said. He like, son, you're gonna stay, don't go anywhere, I'm gonna help. And I'm like, okay, Dad, okay. So how we gonna do it? He like, we're gonna go and buy it, we're gonna do it together. I'm like, No, my dad. Now me, I wanted to quit because I was serious on quitting. I'm like, I wasn't looking for excuses. Now me, I wanted to quit. Now I'm gonna call my dad. Now that forced me to really, really quit, and I cut it out right there. I cut it out. And then friends offered me all over the time and all that stuff. And I used to carry this little white bag, like I was using it just to show my friends that I have some, but I'm not gonna give you. This is the good one, right? So they stopped offering me. And to one day I say, F this, I throw it out. I say I don't do it. I didn't did it. I left that excuse out, so they don't offer me no more. So that's So we have a lot of excuses, and that was my excuse, man. They're like, oh, that was the time that I tested. That's why I tell my kids, man. I'm like, you guys want to do drugs, whatever? That's okay. 3 days, that's it. Nobody told me 6 months. Nobody told me 1 day. Nobody told me 3 days. Otherwise, give me that thing. This is no good, man. 3 days. My dad said 3 days. Get out. That's what I say. I tell my kids 3 days, man. You got 3 days to do whatever you want. Fucking do. After that, you gotta quit. But yeah, that was my excuse. That the girlfriend left me. That's why I did drugs. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. As I'm saying, people make an excuse up to do something that they shouldn't be doing, but they know the whole time they were going to do it anyways. But they say the excuse anyways to try to make them feel better.
But you see what that little excuse took me?
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. No, like, imagine people in life, they got excuses all of the time.
That's why we're talking about today. Because remember when we first thought about it, I was like, excuses. And then we were like, it's not too much. But when I started going into it, I'm like, holy shit, excuses are fucking, excuses are big.
100%.
Huge.
And that's the reason people are not successful.
There's an excuse for everything out there. 100%. Everything you want to do is an excuse for it. It's up to you not to make that excuse to do it or not to do it, right?
And those people that are gonna start today about not having excuses, the baby, the butts, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They automatically feel different. They want to see it. They're gonna
feel better.
100%, because now they're a person that's different. That they're representing themselves finally. That there's no BS behind them, and there's no options.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So you guys heard it. So excuses. I don't want to go out today, go for a jog, get some exercise in because it's cold outside. It's not cold outside. Put a jacket on. Is there an excuse out there? I'll quit tomorrow smoking cigarettes because I didn't really need what I'm stressing.
Oh, remember you used to give a lot of excuses for my cigarettes.
And guess what? And I stopped smoking cigarettes.
Thank God, man.
Yes,
Thank God
that's one of the best
quit,
things I did in my life. My wife said that still to this day. She was proud of me.
You probably stink.
You know what? When I'm around people that smoke cigarettes, oh my God, I can smell it all over.
So you said in an episode, why you quit? What happened? Oh, you saw the devil or something.
Yeah, on my cigarette.
No, but after you quit.
No. So I was smoking a cigarette, and I was already thinking about quitting it because I was hacking out, I was doing that stuff. I remember just looking at my cigarette, and inside the ash, no joke, Victor, I'm not even playing this. It's a sign from God. Inside
Do you have drugs in yourself?
I didn't have no drugs, but I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the cigarette. And inside the ash, Victor, I saw a devil's face.
Ooh,
I saw his eyes on fire and his mouth smiling at me, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I took a cigarette and put it out, and then I had like a half a pack of cigarettes left, and just to make sure, because I was going to throw them away, I threw them away in the trash. I took them out of the trash, squeezed them, and messed them up, and I threw them back in there. And then, and then it was the time I almost broke. It was almost the time I almost broke. I drove all the way to Victor. I'm like, I'm going to go to pack of cigarettes. Whatever. This has already been a week and a half went by, and I'm like, I'm driving to 7-Eleven, and I get all the way there. This is late at night when everybody's sitting in the house. They don't know I'm going to go do this. I drive all the way to 7-Eleven. I get inside there, and I'm waiting in line. And while I'm waiting in line, I'm thinking like, man, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh God. I get to the front. She's like, how can I help you? And I was like, I'll take a brownie, please. I put a brownie right there. The lady's looking, okay, just a brownie. Yep, that's it. Took the brownie and I walked out and I ate the brownie. And I was just like, after that was like my treat to myself. I was like, you did it, man. You didn't get the cigarettes. Ate the brownie on the way home, went home, passed out, never looked at a cigarette again.
Good job, Victor. 24/7 mindset. He's a living legend of excuses. He doesn't have any excuses no more because I know Tabitha from day one. When I first met her, he had a couple things that he was working on it. Thank God he changed. He quit a lot of things. He started working. He's not retired. He's all in, available for me and you and everybody. This guy really helps me a lot and takes the best out of me, 24/7 Victor Galvan. Let's go.
Guys, thank you guys again for joining us again on another episode of 24/7 Mindset, guys. Again, like it, subscribe, keep on sharing, guys. We appreciate everything, guys, and thank you guys so much. Enjoy the weekend, guys. Have a good one. Thank you.